Welcome, everyone, to Bolts and Nose Podcast, number 90.
Hey, try to do my voice.
I gotta think about it.
Welcome everybody to Bolts and Nose Podcast, episode 90. No better. What do you say that in Spanish,
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's well done.
I had to think about it for a second, but
It's not bad. Yeah. You make my
Cheers,
eyes water. Make my eyes water a little bit.
I got a little Topo Chico,
Ooh,
It's
I
good.
forgot how crazy that Ambarana.
barrel
Barrel
whiskey.
Ambarana. It tastes like banana. Crazy. It's a wild flavor.
I've always said you're kind of fruity, Bryce.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with being fruity.
No?
No?
I've lost like 17 pounds cutting back on the alcohol, and
Really?
I've been trying to cut back on like carbs and sweets and stuff. 17 pounds, Rachel.
It's a lot of weight.
17 pounds.
Sounds like an awful time.
I've been doing good.
I've put on the 17 pounds.
Has a lot
Doing
of
it
tacos
just for
there,
you,
Brian.
boy.
A lot of
Just
tacos
for
there.
you.
No.
So it's just not drinking, not eating sugar, carbs.
You know, and I'm doing the OMAD thing.
What's that?
OMAD is 1 meal a day. For the most part. I'll do a shake here and there, but 1 meal a day.
Fucking sounds miserable.
I know, but you get used to it. You'd be surprised what your body can adjust to.
Oh, I mean, there's no doubt. You can never eat, right? I mean, there's people that don't eat for 4 days. That still doesn't
That's
sound
a
like
little
fun.
much.
I want to eat and I want to drink and I want to.
Your body could live off a good 1 meal a day.
Sure, found it out.
So then you're
do you
fasting
wanna
for the
live?
rest of that time.
Do you wanna
so
live?
it,
Do you wanna-
it just adjusts your metabolism to where it's burning fat in those times, and then you're eating enough to sustain yourself for the rest of the time.
So that's probably why you've been so grumpy
it works.
lately.
No, and I still need to lose about 7. You know,
Well, good for you.
I'm on
proud
a
of you.
mission, Bryce.
Good. I mean, I'm happy for you.
We got a Florida trip coming up in a couple of months. So
Really?
I kind of want to, I want to look good in the swimsuit again. You know?
So do you think if you lose 15 more pounds, you think you'll look good in a swimsuit? You think like if
I'll
that's
look
the,
better than
you'll
I
look
look
better?
30
Okay.
pounds heavier,
I'm with
yes.
you better. I'm
Yes.
better. That's the key.
Yeah. But no, I won't look good.
Because like I'll do that.
50 years old.
I'll lose weight and then I'll look at myself and I'm like, God, like
know,
this is such a waste of time.
But I've been up and down so much. I fluctuate so much. I've just told myself this time it's going to be different. It's going to be different. And it is. So far it is. Yeah.
And then you're gonna eat a hamburger and be like, oh, it's so delicious. And then you're gonna drink a whiskey
Once
like,
you
oh, it's
get
so
down
delicious.
to that level, you can do things like that.
Yeah,
But until then, it's going to be Topo Chicos and oh man.
Rock and roll, my friend. Rock and roll.
Hey,
I'm proud of you.
I've got a news story I was going to share,
Okay, let's
which
go.
I thought was cool. And you had a little quiz thing.
I was going to do a quiz. I got some muscle car quizzes. I got current event quizzes, so I'll probably pick a couple
Let me
questions.
tell you this thing I read earlier. So NASA announced yesterday a contest that they've just announced to the scientific community and the general public.
Okay.
So apparently one of their problems is they need to figure out something to do with human waste space.
Okay.
It's an issue, and they've offered $3 million as the prize for anybody that can come up with a viable. And you're able to submit solutions, and then apparently they vote on them and they find the best one.
So, like, what do you
They're
mean? Like,
offering
if
$3
you're in
million.
a space shuttle or something, or like,
So yeah, apparently that's a problem that they haven't been able to solve. Is when human waste collects in like a space station, or let's say they're on the moon, for example. Because this was a statistic that came out of it. Apparently, right now, there's 96 bags of human feces that's on the moon right now.
I mean, to me, it sounds like a simple problem. Light that shit on fire.
In space, there's no
Fuck
oxygen.
yes. Light it on fire, boy.
can't
But
light
there's
it on
got to be
fire.
something that you could
Just
do. There's gotta
throw it on the booster in the back, and
Yeah,
when they get ready to go home, they just incinerate it.
be, yeah, bring up Elon's.
That may be the solution.
Bring on
right?
the
The flamethrower.
Yes.
But again, there's no oxygen.
Not a flamethrower.
There's no oxygen.
But you don't need oxygen if you have like fluid and combustion, right?
I don't know if it works like that. You should submit it though. Maybe you'd be $3 million richer.
That would be badass.
So yeah, they just announced this yesterday. So I think we should all think about something, and then maybe we'll submit something for Patriot Bolt.
I mean, or you could get you could put like an animal up there that only eats shit. Like my dog, my old dog Buster, he used to just walk around and eat shit in the yard. So you
What,
could
you
throw
gonna
him
put
on
him
the,
like a space
yeah,
suit
get
or
him on a
something?
spacesuit and he just walk around eating all the shit. That's a great idea. Just get a bunch
Most
of
awful. You're not going to submit it.
just get a dog eating shit.
I will assemble the submission and I will submit it.
I think both of my ideas are very
We're going to
good.
come up with some ideas.
I think they're winners.
Yeah.
Winner, chicken dinner.
All right, Danny's already over there tabulating one. So you're going to give me a quiz this time, right? I've
Yes.
given you quizzes before. You're going to give me one.
So since you like cars, we're gonna do some car stuff.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
So my computer's over here, so I'm gonna be in and out.
Can I not look at it?
No, you can.
Okay.
You can see it.
Okay.
So it's multiple choice. I don't know the answers. So the name is Bond. James Bond.
Yeah.
And this is his first car he made famous. What is?
I got to say the Aston Martin.
Who said that?
Yeah.
Danny Mijas said it.
It's one of the multiple choice questions.
But he didn't even see it.
It's the only British car that was there.
Danny knew that.
Okay.
That's impressive. Well done, Danny. Correct answer. That is correct. Okay.
Javier Bond over there.
Damn, Oz,
That's racist. Javier Bond.
What's wrong with that?
Why would you call him Javier Bond? His name's Danny.
He's Hispanic.
that makes the least sense.
It's a typical common name.
Javier?
Javier,
His name is Danny.
I know. But Danny Bond doesn't go very well, does it? Javier Bond sounds a little more authentic. Okay, let's go to the next one. You got another one?
Race car.
That was too easy.
This race car won at the Le Mans 24-hour race in its first attempt. Can you name it?
Oh, man.
I know that one.
I mean, is it the GT40?
It's got to be.
Yeah.
Got
But
it.
I didn't think that was a first attempt.
Its
first attempt.
Its first attempt, yeah.
Because Ferrari owned it right
Correct.
before
Okay.
GT40.
So it was a GT40, a Ford GT40. A Ford versus Ferrari.
Yeah.
You know, that's the car they're in. A car based on a concept car. It sold for a huge sum of money in 2013. What is it?
The Batmobile.
So you got Aston Martin, a Batmobile, GT40, and a Stingray. Yeah, you got it. It's got to be the Batmobile, right?
These are way too easy, man.
Are they?
Yeah.
Can you name one of the most beautiful muscle cars in the 60s? Nothing
Okay.
looked quite like it.
Well,
So
I mean, it's got to be the
Martin-
Corvette Stingray.
Corvette Stingray?
Because that's the only one that's left.
Okay.
But I would agree with that. The Corvette Stingray in the 60s was awesome. 63 split window was the best one.
How much do those sell for? Like $1 million, right?
225,000. You can get
Really?
a
I thought
really
they-
nice one. Yeah.
So introduced in 1965 for the first time, this van is still in production today. What is it?
Ford Transit. I mean, it's the only van listed.
Yeah,
I know, that's what I'm saying.
These are too. Okay, let's switch to this now. I should have been more prepared for this.
I thought this was 60s muscle car.
That's what it said, man. That's what it said. Yeah, this is a battle.
Favorite muscle car. I mean, you know, a 66 fastback Mustang was awesome. I don't know if you call it a muscle car. That was more considered a pony car. But a 1970 Chevelle was like the pinnacle. And I have a 66 Chevelle, so I'd probably have to say that's my favorite from the 60s.
A Challenger.
Challengers?
Or the 69
Okay.
Camaro.
69 Camaro is
That's
a
a
great car.
bad mamma
Yeah,
jam.
my favorite.
So I drove to my senior prom. It was like a maroon with black.
Automatic?
Yeah.
So it had the horseshoe shift, had the
The
little
shifter.
square rectangle. You had to pull up on the button and then shift it back. I'm sure it was, if it was original.
It was my uncle's and it was dope.
Or if it wasn't an SS or a RS, it would have been on the column.
You know, I think it was an SS. It was an SS.
So it would have.
It was sweet. Okay, how about this? Let's do a politics.
Okay.
President Donald Trump has imposed far-reaching tariffs on U.S. trade partners, including a 10% baseline tariff from all countries except Mexico and Canada. Which nation received a 125% tariff?
China.
What do you think? What's it up to now?
145%.
I thought it was 150.
No, because of a baseline there, plus the 125, it's 145.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. So 145.
Yeah.
So if you bought something for $2, that part would now be like $5. Isn't that wild?
The tariff. I mean, I just think about what is Walmart, Target,
Toast.
those guys going to do?
They're toast. They're toast. And everyone. I mean, everyone who sells abundance of toys and trinkets.
Commodities,
Yeah. They're toast. All right, here's one more. It's not yet known how many older workers have lost federal jobs due to the ongoing mass layoffs that began in February. But many federal workers are older adults. According to the Partnership for Public Service, a nonpartisan nonprofit organization that helps the government recruit talent, what percent of federal employees were over the age of 50 in fiscal year? What percent?
61%.
61%.
I'm going to say
that
the highest
seems
one.
high.
I know. It's either 61 or 54, but I'm going to go with 61.
So you're saying there's 61% of government employees are over 50.
I bet that's right.
Dude, that's crazy.
I bet that's right.
No way.
Oh,
42%.
still a lot.
It is
That's
a lot. It is a lot. Over 50.
Over 50, because I bet if you go down to 40, I bet that's where the majority is, right?
They're like your classmates.
True.
All right, we'll do one more. And then we'll get into parks of the week.
Okay.
Because I kind of blew it. I just pulled this up real quick. I
that's
didn't
fine.
even go through it.
It's fine.
Okay, it's a common dream of togetherness for older couples still in the workforce. Retire at the same time or within a year each other. What percentage actually retire more than a year apart. 42, 52, 62, or 7.
I gotta say 42. I would think that's a minority. I think most people retire together. 42
So
is the lowest one.
what percentage actually retire? So you're thinking that they don't retire close to each other?
No, I'm thinking that they do.
That would be 72, a higher percent. Because that's actually retire more than a year apart. Okay, I'm with you. You're right. I read it wrong. 62%.
So one person stays in the workforce. Maybe they just don't like the other person and they want to stay away.
I mean, there's not many married couples that like.
That's not.
Name one.
There's lots of.
Just
why
kidding.
else would
Just
they be
kidding, babe.
married?
I love you. I'm just joking. This is just jokes.
I know lots.
I know. I'm kidding. I'm just. My wife came by to see the big nut.
It's a great Santa.
Her and her friend, her dance friend. Brindley's dancing around.
So they weren't far away.
So
they came over here day drinking.
Day drinking
Checking out
to
your nut.
look at nuts. They're in the hunt of the world's largest nut, and they found 4. Parts of the week, baby.
Let's do it.
Okay, what do you want to do?
Let's do this bad boy right here, Bryce.
A ring joint.
Man, look at that. Big, massive,
It's so big.
oval cross-section ring joint.
It's so big.
So we took this and we did it out of what material?
It's soft iron.
Yep, soft iron. Yep.
And-
meets all the hardness requirements.
Yep.
Yeah.
And just threw it on a machine and, machined it down, the OD and the ID.
Machined all
Machined
that profile,
the
all the
radius.
oval cross sections on both sides. So this would conform to ASME B1620, right?
No,
Oh, it's a special
because it's
size.
a special.
That's why we
correct.
made it. Yeah.
That is correct.
So they gave us the ID/OD cross
actually
section, the height.
So this was a setup. So they were practicing markings and everything too. So yeah, there's 2 of them. So 14-inch OD, 13-inch ID, 0.765 thickness or height. I guess. It's kind of cool, man.
So it's based on ASME B1620 design, but the pitch diameter was different. Yeah.
Correct. The PD, the OD ID. Yeah, the PD's
Pitch diameter is
Is the middle.
The middle,
Right.
Yeah, from middle to middle. So you have to subtract a cross section to get the ID, add a cross section to get the OD.
Yeah. This is kind of it's an interesting part that not a lot of people can do here in
No,
the States.
especially not the one this size. I mean, this is a pretty large swing lathe that can do that.
So,
And
I
we're
mean-
doing that on a vertical lathe as well.
It's pretty badass. Soft iron. See, it was just one piece too. Expensive to make one piece.
Yeah.
Expensive.
But we did it in one day.
So ring joints. I mean, what did we do the other day? We took a BX ring and drilled a hole in it. Wasn't that something? Or an RX? It was one of those rings that we.
It was a
I think it was a BXS.
SBX. It was an
SBX.
SBX. So it was a BX ring, but we drilled a
hole in it.
for the vent hole.
So just modifying existing
No,
parts.
It was a T hole. So the BX already had the
Yeah,
hole
and
from
then
top to bottom,
came-
and then you drill from the inside. So that creates a situation where if it's installed underwater,
It gives a
the-
place for the water to go.
Will push out bore of the pipe.
It's kind of crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, so it doesn't hydraulically lock and prevent the
Whoever
gasket
thinks of
from
this stuff,
sealing.
man, they're smart.
Well,
who do you
maybe
think the
that's-
who do you think the person was that we need to drill a hole to help with the water?
I'll bet the person that thought about that is submitting something to NASA to take care of that feces problem.
I bet they're gonna burn that shit up.
With a blowtorch,
Yeah.
or with a dog in a spacesuit.
I think that's the best idea. I don't think we've ever showed this part of the pod, but we make it
doesn't-
probably once a year.
It doesn't ring a bell with me. I don't
We
think
make
we've
this
shown it.
part once a year. It's a crazy looking part. What would you call that?
I'm going to say it's a socketed cap screw with an elongated head.
So an elongated socket head cap screw.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna come up with something funny.
I don't know what would be any funnier.
A tall socket.
Okay.
A tall socket head cap
I think
screw.
elongated head sounds a little more technical.
Elongated. What's so funny? What would you call it? You'd see Neighbor would
tall
call it a tall
socket.
socket. She likes the tall socket.
Not bad.
She likes the tall. She doesn't. She's just making fun of me. Danny, what would you call this? What would you call that?
Javier's socket.
A long socket.
A long socket. Danny likes the long sockets. Tall, long, and
what was yours?
shiny. I was tall.
You were tall.
Danny's long.
Elongated.
You're elongated. JB, what's your name? Ooh, girthy. He likes some girthy. So tall, long, and girthy socket. TLG. TLG socket.
We should put that on the packing slip when we ship it.
TLG. We should patent that thing. TLG socket head. 1 inch 8 threads.
JB's got dibs on royalties.
1 inch 8 threads, son. How about it?
Very nice, Bryce.
I brought this just because it was sitting out there. Big, massive 12-point machined.
660?
No, it's not. Look at it. Look at it closer. You'll know what it is.
It's B7.
Well, B16.
Okay, B16.
You didn't
Because
see that.
we do a
you didn't
lot of
see
these
that
in
sprankle.
660.
You're right. We do.
Yeah.
You didn't see the sprinkle of vanadium in it.
Oh, no, I didn't see it. Oh, yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
you smell
You're
that
right.
vanadium.
You're right. I got it.
Vanadium's got a. It smells like cinnamon.
Well, I don't know about that.
No, cinnamon. Kris likes to talk about things smelling like cinnamon. That's like his favorite thing. It's his favorite story to tell is how rubber is made. If you smell rubber, if you light rubber on fire and it smells like cinnamon.
Hard. He remembers it though, doesn't he?
I do. I remember it. I remember everything you say, Kris.
What rubber was it that they put?
Neoprene.
Viton.
Viton, whatever.
Fluoroelastomer.
It's all the same.
FKM.
It's all the same.
Well,
it's all
no,
black
not
and
exactly.
rubbery.
Fluoroelastomer, FKM, and Viton. All the
So
same.
what's your favorite rubber?
I gotta say FFKM.
Why does that? Why?
That's fully fluorinated, so it's like Calrez.
Oh, that's expensive.
Yeah.
Mhm. Fully
Fluorinated. So it has a 77% fluorine content, which is the maximum amount of fluorine that you can put. So they
Sounds-
call it fully fluorinated.
Sounds like an
FFKM.
exciting rubber.
Well, you get a big order for one. You get excited.
Have you ever seen Kris get more like animated than when he's talking about rubber? When you start talking rubber, boy,
Can
this
you
guy.
blame me though? Really?
No, Rachel's a big rubber fan as
Yeah,
well.
See,
Rachel loves
See?
her rubber.
your first girlfriend was made of rubber, right?
Yeah, I mean well, we won't go. I was gonna say something really inappropriate, but on to the next.
Okay, let's go.
On to the next. So check this bad boy out. Here, I'm so bad at this stuff, but I'm gonna still try.
You got to cover up the whole screen, the whole background.
The
There you go.
whole thing.
You got to be still and let it focus.
So you gotta have no patience for this,
I know.
man.
I
You
know,
do
it's
it.
the problem.
All right, so that is a plug. They're gonna drill a hole into the threads, into the bottom of the threads. It's a big hole too.
There we go.
Danny, what's that material? Haynes.
Haynes 25.
Haynes 25. So you got a tapered head. So the head's done. The head's complete. It's got a fine thread. Can you guess? I will give you a $100 bill right now if you guess the threads on that.
Is it,
$100 bill?
Is it metric?
Nope. It is
Okay.
imperial thread.
I'm gonna say 18.
What size? You can't say 18. Yeah, it's a
I'm
thread
sorry.
pitch.
I thought you were
mean,
asking about pitch.
Neck.
So let's say
4.
no, it's not 4.
9er.
Pam.
Pan.
I'm gonna say inch and an eighth.
Inch and an 8. It is. Okay, then what's the threads per inch?
18.
So
I
you're
already
you're
said
saying
18.
inch and an eighth, 18.
Yes.
1 and 7/16, 16.
I'm not too far off.
That was pretty
Not
far off.
That far off.
You're pretty far off.
No. For just guessing cold turkey, like not
Inch
that bad.
and 7/16.
That's a weird one.
16.
That's a weird
Did you know that, Danny?
Yeah.
You did not.
I mean, I didn't want to take the $100 bill. I didn't think it was fair.
I don't see. But so they're going to drill a hole here, a big hole too, and it's going to go through there, and it'll be done. So I grabbed it off Freddie's table, and then it's going to go to Christian.
Yeah, he was saying how difficult that was. to
hard it
machine.
is.
He was breaking lots.
Yeah, I'm sure, man. And then Aiden did what was it? 6B.
That-
Aiden did some 6B this
Alloy
week.
6B.
Alloy 6B. He said it was one of the hardest materials he's ever worked with.
Yeah.
Hard.
Crazy stuff.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
every day you walk out wild stuff. So that's Plush of the Week, everybody. Everybody.
That's a very good selection.
It's a good spread, right?
Yeah,
It's a
job.
good spread.
Good job.
Some 12 points, some LGT, or what? LTG sock. Oh, baby. How about that?
Very good. What you got going on this weekend?
Prom this weekend for the
Prom,
boys. Your
yeah.
boys got prom, my boys got
They're both
prom.
going down to Galveston with a group.
Yeah, look out. They go to, you live in Kingwood, or your boy lives in Kingwood,
Yeah.
right? My boy lives in Pearland, and they're both going to be in Galveston for prom. It's kind of crazy.
I'll have to.
Different crews,
They'll have to hook up.
different high school. Careful what you say about our boys.
No,
Calm down.
I don't know if that would be
Maybe
good
they can hang out, but not hook up.
for those two guys. I
Yeah.
don't know. Probably not.
Yeah, probably.
I think your son would be a worse influence on.
You know, I will give my son credit. I don't think he's highly influenced, but he is a bad influence on others. So I don't know if he's a bad influence on. He's a good.
I
boy.
don't think so.
He does well. I'm proud of him. You're a good boy, Braden.
Anything other than that?
Oh, Brinley's got dance. So that's really, I mean, so Jess is staying up here at Guns Point with Brinley, and Braden's going down to Galveston. Braden's got a baseball game tonight, and he's got going down to Galveston. So it's going to be, I hope, a nice, relaxing weekend. That's kind of my plan. But every time I say that, it never works.
It's gonna be a great.
You got you're going to do cars and coffee
Yeah, we're
tomorrow?
doing coffee and cars tomorrow. Me and Jack.
Show off all the rides?
No, then
You
I
gotta
gotta
polish
get him
that
ready.
thing. I saw all sorts of like smudge
I
marks all
know,
over
man.
it.
I've been dropping it for 2 days, so there's like dirt. We'll
Filthy,
polish
man.
it up. Don't worry about
Better.
it. We'll get there tonight.
You're good at polishing
Put a little
things.
spit shine.
I
Yes,
know,
I
you're
am.
good at spit
Seeing
shining.
raised.
All right, on that note.
All right, cheers, man.
Good
Have a good
episode.
weekend.
Episode 90 in the books.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
Noventa.
Follow, like, share. We never say that anymore, but do it.
Yep.
Do it.
Do that. We
Do
need
it.
one more subscriber.
One more.
I think
That's all
we'll
we
get-
need.
get to 100.
And then we're at
Oh, we
100.
passed 100?
Yeah, we're like at 111. I
Okay,
think.
that's not bad. It's not bad.
1,000. I think it's all Brinley's friends.